Shit was gross.
A store manager I know got fired because like 8 Zunes got stolen from the back room. I'm like, they're gonna be useless in fucking 3 weeks anyways.
The only time I ever had a store manager almost get fired was, well, it wasn't even a store manager, it was me, because I happened to be physically in the store every time somebody walked straight up to the Game Boy Advance that was on a display at the front of the store.
And just took it?
Well, yeah, because somebody had a T6 drill bit, and just really great grip strength, and unscrewed the security screw on the back of it and walked straight out the door. Well, what am I doing? They're sitting there playing with it for like 2 minutes. Huge hands on this thing, but really they're just slowly unscrewing the security screw behind it, and then walked right out the front door. I was like, oh, whoops. Oh, well.
My Sidekick LX got stolen at Military Circle Mall. Shout out Military Circle Mall.
The Sidekick. I mean, flip that thing out.
Apparently you sold drugs if you had that phone. That was according to Ashley. She said, just in case you didn't know, you sold drugs if you had a Sidekick. I said, I didn't sell drugs.
What was the phone that Kelly used in that Destiny's Child video?
It wasn't a fucking phone. It was Excel.
That's what it was. Yeah, it wasn't even text. Like
it was on
the.
It was the Nelly video.
Yeah,
over and over again.
That's it. God, those were the times. Those are the times. What's funny is nobody spotted it. We're just like, oh damn, she's got some futuristic shit.
Is this bitch texting in Excel? Is she doing a goddamn macro? Is she doing a VLOOKUP? How's she gonna send that message?
She's texting 16 people at the same time. That's how it works. But coming soon this week, man, I'm really excited because again, we had the Super Bowl. Thus, that means a bunch of commercials. Well,
I need to get very serious about the next topic.
The Rings of Power. Lord of the Rings, huge, dude, that teaser trailer was awesome. Obviously, you and
35 seconds of fucking hype.
Dog. You shared that Vanity Fair article with me, which, by the way, read a novel. It was just stupid long, but there were so many high-res pictures in it. It actually kind of got me hyped for the teaser because there were so many of the same touch points from that Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
In that teaser, and dude, I
Lord of the Rings fans are just as bad as fucking Star Wars fans.
Oh, you mean as far as being
they're just as bad. They're like,
the books. That
Elrond has feathery hair. There are no black people in Middle Earth. The dwarf bitch should have a beard. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
This shit's gonna be fucking tight. Are you kidding me? We're getting young Galadriel. We're getting young Elrond. We're getting Celebrimbor. We're getting Durant. We're getting all of it. We're literally getting everything that we want. And everybody's like, oh man, the CGI looks shitty. I'm like, the CGI doesn't look shitty.
Looks pretty
Stop
great
being
to
an
me.
asshole.
Looks pretty great to me.
It's also Black History Month. Stop talking about fucking black elves like that. Dude looks sick.
You know why there aren't any black elves? Because they don't want to fucking talk to you. You don't see any black elves because they don't want to see you either. Shout out to chat, our guy in the chair, Mahaffey. Didn't Veronica Mars have a sidekick?
And she sold drugs.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Shimona.
I just started watching Veronica Mars with Ashley a couple of months ago, and it's really good.
That doesn't surprise me at all, and not in a bad way. Like I feel like there's several old shows that I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll go back and watch that.
It has Elliot from Just Shoot Me in it. It's fucking awesome.
My wife,
Just Shoot Me.
Member of the chat right now, shared a clip from the show So Weird. I think it was on Disney from back in the day. It was all paranormal. Yeah. And at the time I didn't realize that as a kid, but like the mother of the main character, she's actually the singer who sings the main theme song, and I didn't catch it. I'm sitting like she's a fairly famous country singer, and there she is singing the theme song, and I'm like, who's this mom? Why does she look familiar as a kid? Now I'm like, oh duh. But
Jason
So
Momoa
Weird.
was in fucking Baywatch, dog. Mans is in Baywatch. That's where he got his start.
Jason Momoa is going to be mentioned later on in this episode.
That's what I heard.
For a great reason. It's going to be great. I'm definitely throwing the spoiler banner on that one because I know you're not going to watch this show unless begrudgingly you watch it later. But, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm just going to watch clips on TikTok of it.
Yeah, you have no choice. Scroll. Fuck. Spoiled. That's literally why I had to watch it this morning before I did anything else.
John Cena's in another movie coming up.
Is it another Transformers movie?
Fucking hell. Dude, we don't have this in the show, but let me tell you something. The fact that they're doing Beast Wars as a trilogy, my 11-year-old fucking self is like, yeah.
You remember getting up at 6 a.m. to watch Beast Wars before school? Like,
fuck yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude.
Oh my God, dude. That was my shit.
I love the fact that nobody realizes that at the end of Beast Wars, they found the actual Autobots in like a cave. Like the Autobots were there the whole time. And then Megatron actually killed Optimus Prime and it broke time. That ended the show. I hope that's how we end this whole Transformers movie thing. It's just Megatron wins. Game over.
Fuck yeah. He was a dinosaur, dog, and then he turned into a dragon when he was a transmetal. Like, fuck Optimus Primal, dog. He was a monkey, dude. He was a goddamn gorilla. Megatron was a fucking T-Rex, dog.
Who turned into a dragon? God, I love this show.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Next up, Moon Knight, another big trailer during the Super Bowl. It looks awesome. You're right. I think we talked about this already before with Ethan Hawke and Jason.
He looks great.
First name Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar.
We got to see a little glimpse of Mr. Knight, which is dope.
Yeah,
got that little like the suit on. Yeah, it looks a little more dapper. And I honestly haven't really read much of any of the Moon Knight comics, but I'm super stoked.
Me neither.
So like Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. Plus Moon Knight, obviously the Batman of the tale. But Mr. Knight, I don't know what situation that guy's supposed to be in, but I hope he beats the shit out of people like Loki with his staff. Like just
Mike Mahaffey and I, like 3 nights ago, we were up till like 11 o'clock at night texting about, and we'll talk about at the end of the show, Doctor Strange. But one thing that came up was Oscar Isaac. And we could, honestly, you could put Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal, and Florence Pugh in anything, and I'd watch it right now. Like literally,
that's fair. That's fair.
Oscar Isaac has a beard in fucking Dune, and I was like, good lord. Pedro Pascal in The Mandalorian. All you hear is this goddamn voice, and you're like, fuck. Mm-hmm. And then don't even get me started on Florence Pugh. Midsommar,
Flow,
Hawkeye, Black Widow, Little Women, even like
there you go. Oh man,
Cooking with Florence Pugh, like
that was definitely those 3 in particular. I think they can do. But even like the first time I saw what's his name, Oscar Isaac's just using chopsticks to eat Cheetos. I was like, damn it, I've gone 33 years of my life. And I've just used these little claw grabbers that I've got right here and just constantly peeled off layers of skin trying to get the Cheetos off my fingers. And this man's out here.
I just use the bag.
Just living in the future.
I just let it fall into my mouth so I don't get Cheeto dust all over my hand.
Just cascade in your mouth. You're like, if it falls on the floor, Anakin will get it.
Yeah, fuck it. That's what the NSA is looking at when they're looking at my fucking camera. They're like, oh. There's Tom eating fucking flaming hot Cheetos right out the bag again.
It's better that he's not jerking off. I don't know if it is. But no, I'm definitely looking forward to Moon Knight, and hopefully Marvel doesn't cancel our accounts because of this show, but we'll see.
It'll be all right.
Next up, the trailer for Lightyear got me hyped.
Got me hyped. Cool.
Mainly because like you're seeing a transition throughout the whole trailer of the suits he's wearing. So like you can kind of glimpse a little bit of the storyline, not necessarily the exact storyline, but like the traversal through time, right? The suit he's wearing at the very beginning of the trailer is very kind of like loosey-goosey, womp womp womp. It's very much like a test pilot. And then now we're seeing this. If you're seeing the picture now here on live on YouTube, you can see it's very much the stereotypical Buzz Lightyear costume from Toy Story. He's got this little robotic puppy. That thing is definitely going to be like the comic relief of the movie, I'm sure. I was kind of hoping it would be voiced by Tom Hanks as like an inside joke, but because it
my
definitely
favorite deputy.
It sounds a lot like Tom Hanks, although it's not him. But the cadence is very similar. The pitch and tone is similar, so that's, to me, I think it was on purpose. But But in the trailer, when that little cat's like, "Hey Buzz, you want some nighttime music or like sounds? I can do like ocean waves or whales." Or he's like, "No, white noise is fine." And all of a sudden, this robot cat just opens its mouth and it's just like, that shit was unnerving, but at the same time hilarious. So I'm looking forward to what this has to hold. I think honestly, it's going to be a good time all the way around. So
yeah, I agree. It looks cool.
Even if it's just Chris Evans filling some contractual obligation to Disney, he's not gonna take it lightly. So, and here we go. Let's talk about Drew Barrymore.
This is where Drew Barrymore got her start. Fucking Firestarter.
And obviously, if you're watching right now and you're above the age of 20, you're probably like, or above the age of, I don't know,
30.
Yeah,
gotta be.
You know what we're talking about. But if you're below the age of 30, you're like, what? Drew Barrymore was in the first Firestarter, a film based off of Stephen King's book Firestarter, and this is looking pretty freaking awesome.
It looks fucking cool, dude. I can't wait.
For those that don't know, a young man must protect his daughter after she develops pyrokinesis and is hunted down by a secret government agency that intends to capture and control her. Zac Efron is the dad, which is...
I was just going to ask, who's the goddamn dad? And I was like, it's Zac Efron. We are that old, Ernie, that we went from High School Musical Zac Efron to him being a dad.
We're that old that we went from E.T. Drew Barrymore, Firestarter Drew Barrymore, to Santa Clarita Diet Drew Barrymore. Like, what?
Oh, man.
And here she is. Here's a new movie. The trailer looks great. I think, obviously, the tale is old as time. She's going to blow everybody to pieces. I just hope, we get a little bit of a twist of an ending. Not the same exact thing we just got from the previous version of the book itself. But I hope it... I honestly would love if this somehow turned into, she's also an X-Men. Just shows up in the MCU. Right. Just roasting people. It'd be great.
I like these Stephen King remakes that have come out recently. This looks cool. I liked it for what it was. Pet Sematary was okay. It felt like it dragged on a little bit. But what the fuck? What was I fucking thinking of? There was one I was legitimately just thinking of, and I was like, oh, it was pretty good. Carrie was good. I liked Carrie with Chloe Grace Moretz.
Is
that Stephen? Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, that's Carrie. Carrie is Stephen King.
I think the other one, it might be Stephen King, might not. I believe it's called The Stand. It was a show on TNT.
I heard that's really good.
Michelle and I watched that. James Marsden, Alexander Skarsgård.
That's my boy.
Nice. The chat just shouted out Prodigy because of the song Firestarter. Great song.
Love Prodigy.
When I was in World War II, they called me Spitfire. But yeah, definitely going to be... Wow! Firestarter! Yeah, by the way, trying to find a good picture for this movie, I got nothing but Drew Barrymore's face and nothing but that crazy fucking lead singer from Prodigy. So shout out the chat for that
Hell
one.
Yeah, dude.
That guy's makeup and his little like horny hair... Classic.
Hell yeah.
Next up, this is hopefully...
Okay, hang on. Listen.
You getting chills? I got the clip watching this trailer.
Dude, I was at full mast when Laura Dern...
Like a flagpole?
Sam Neill and fucking... Like a diamond in an ice storm. Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum were on screen together. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Nature finds a way, bro.
Bro. Why do they always got to make it bigger? God damn, this movie looks so good. You could take Chris Pratt out of this movie. I don't fucking care. You can replace him with anybody.
The whole right side of the screen just much.
I don't fucking care.
Just call it Jurassic World Geriatrics, and I would watch this.
Okay. Laura Dern and Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum look fucking great. They have aged like fine wine.
Yes. Yes.
It looks so cool. Jurassic World Dominion looks awesome.
Well, when Sam Dern walked into that freaking tent and looked at her and they said their names to each other, I got the clipped. I watched it 3 more times, and then the 4th time I watched it with my wife. She got the clip. I'm like, I know, right? I'm gonna be in a movie theater with a bunch of kids like dinosaurs. I love it. T-Rex, crying like a baby. But yeah, should be fun. Hopefully, it's not. I think it's going to be. I mean, if they have any respect for the source material, and I don't mean the Michael Crichton book. I mean, obviously, the original film from 1996. It's going to be, hopefully, the best.
Can you imagine living in San Diego, California? No. Living in San Diego, California when The Lost World came out?
Oh, man. No.
As a child, I lived in San Diego when The Lost World came out. And there's a T-Rex terrorizing Coronado. I lived in fucking Coronado. I was fucking terrified. Also, Mike Mahaffey, fuck you. We know that song came out 20 years ago. We're all old. We know.
And then Michelle right behind him. It's the Firestarter. I wish I had like a button who just start playing that song
music anymore.
Because it's that good. They don't have to. You just show up. Hey, the Prodigy concert. Okay, great. Everybody shows up. It's just a playlist. They hit play and they walk off the stage.
It's like a Deadmau5 concert.
Exactly. But no, so the premise of this is actually 4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, which is the original island. Dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures.
Yep. Give it to me.
I love it.
Love dinosaurs.
I love it.
Love dinosaurs.
All day. All right. And now, my next favorite film coming out soon, The Adam Project. Have you seen the trailer?
Name. The worst name for a movie ever. Has nothing. Like, I was like, Ashley and I were going through trailers and we were like, what's the fucking Adam Project? And then we watched it and we're like, this looks fucking awesome.
I know,
right? What a terrible name.
It's pretty much like, I feel like the casting director was like, what are my people from the Marvel Universe doing right now? Nothing? I got you.
Just waiting for the next movie. Just bring them all.
I'm going to bring Zoe Saldana. I'm going to get Mark Ruffalo. I'm going to get Jennifer Garner and Ryan Reynolds. And we're going to make a new movie. Okay, what's it called? It's called The Adam Project. It's about a time-traveling pilot who teams up with his younger self and his late father to come to terms with his past while saving the future. It looks fun, man. I think the visual effects look good. Obviously, this takes all the time cop rules and fucking ignores them.
Oh,
you know, where you can't touch yourself. Because there's definitely going to be like grabbing him. Like when the kid goes to faint and he's like, where are you going? And grabs him. Immediately you're like, okay, that guess those rules are bullshit. There's going to be no time paradoxes, but I guess it would be fun.
Did you ever read the book Armada?
Did I read?
By Ernest Cline. Look. I read books. Okay?
Look, he wrote Ready Player One, but I did not read Armada.
He also wrote a book called Armada, which the premise of it is that aliens are invading. His dad's been dead since he was a kid. And Top Gun is government propaganda prepping us for an alien invasion. Pretty much the whole premise of the movie or the book. Very, very shittily written. Horribly written book. Well, very entertaining.
Not all this movie
gives me This movie gives me very Armada vibes, and I'm like, oh man, I'm fucking into that because I listened to the book in one sitting on Audible. I listened to it in one sitting, start to finish, on a drive from Maryland to St. Louis. When I was going back and forth between Maryland and St. Louis when Ashley was living there. We were moving to Maryland.
I hope this movie has. Same a little bit like how we were kind of underestimating it a bit is like there was a film that came out a couple of years ago. It had Kristen Stewart as the older sister. It had
Twilight.
No, it had PETA, the actor who plays PETA. He was younger as a brother, and there was a younger brother. They got lost in space. Their home was floating in space, and Dax Shepard's in it. Oh my gosh, chat's gonna kill me for this one.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Dax Shepard shows up as
I know what you're talking about. She's like she's got like a bald head, like Chris. It's like Alien.
No, it's called Zathura.
Kristen Stewart was in Zathura.
Yeah, she's the older sister who gets frozen.
No, absolutely not. I'm not buying that.
Googs.
I'm reading this right now.
Zathura.
I saw Zathura is a sequel to Jumanji, right?
Is it?
It is.
Oh, that's awesome. Here we go. Oh, first picture. Thank you, Kristen Stewart. You
no
frozen
fucking
ass
shit.
bitch.
She is the.
Yes.
I love how you said a movie that came out a couple of years ago.
2005. 2005. When you're 35, a couple of years ago, it's like half a decade. All right, so yeah, Josh Hutcherson, Jonah Bobo, Dax Shepard, Tim Robbins, Kristen Stewart, Frank Oz. Yeah, okay, I'm right, whatever. The point is, it reminds me of that because it was such Zathura is going to be definitely a kids movie, and you watch it and you're like, this shit's awesome. Like it was such a crazy fun movie. I'm hoping it's the same.
It's essentially a spiritual successor to Jumanji.
And then we had Jumanji: The Next Level with The Rock.
Yeah, whatever.
AKA Black Adam. But
Mike Mahaffey, cool. Armada is a complete ripoff of The Last Starfighter, just so you know.
Oh, I love Last Starfighter.
Yeah, Last Starfighter is great. Complete ripoff of The Last Starfighter. It's also a ripoff. There was something else that it's a complete rip. Ernest Cline has not had an original thought in any book that he has ever written.
I mean, listen. Ernie's got some good things. He's got what he calls a collaboration mind. He puts all his favorite things into one, and he calls it Ready Player One.
Did you read Ready Player One? I liked Ready Player One. Did you read Ready Player Two?
Not Ready Player Two. No, I have Ready Player One. I read the first 2 chapters, and I was like, okay, I've seen this. It's called the movie I just watched like 16 times. Ready Player Two, I had the first edition in my hands, and I was just like, okay, I'll read.
It's not bad.
I'll see it when it comes out in theaters, maybe. We'll see. How many more Steven Spielberg plugs can you get in there?
I would say Ready Player One is actually worth watching, at least, or reading at least.
At least once. All right, fine.
Can we talk about the next movie? Because the next movie I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, I'm jumping to that now. Residents of an isolated town who witness a mysterious and abnormal event. I could have given this description for this movie. Thanks, screenwriters. Nope, just dropped that trailer.
This looks so fucking sweet, dude.
It looks awesome.
I love Jordan Peele's movie. Jordan Peele is an exceptional filmmaker. Get Out, Us, both incredibly good movies. Us less than Get Out. Get Out was a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite movies. Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield. We're gonna talk about Lakeith Stanfield in a little bit, but yeah, dude, it was incredible.
I definitely like the parts of the trailer to me that were intriguing. Were not just obviously I appreciate the beginning where it's like her family was been in horse riding from the beginning of cinema, like that bit of history in black culture, which is awesome. I think it puts us in a frame of mind and in a state where we can understand the pride that's involved with this character, right? Immediately we understand she's strong, she's independent, and she's ready to do whatever she has to. And then you start throwing at her like these weird ass clouds that have just kind of murderous capabilities.
So fucking cool, dude.
Even the screenshot I got up on screen right now, which is just a cloud, but what looks like one of those car lot kind of here's a rope with some flags on it kind of thing, just trailing behind it. I get a lot of like It vibes from that. I love it. I can't wait to see.
This is like if Signs was really good.
Yeah, Signs without the anti-Semitism. Agreed. Next up.
Wait, Nope looks like 90 minutes of people. Fuck you, Mike Mahaffey. It's Black History Month. You can't talk about black creators like that.
Yeah, we already had a movie where people were looking up the whole time. It's called Don't Look Up.
Right, and that was made by white people, so.
It's different. It's different, Mahaffey. It's different. But next up, thanks to Mahaffey for dropping this one. Chippendale Rescue Rangers gets not necessarily a reboot, but like a sequel it deserves. I saw this trailer, man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I got all kinds of emotional about it because Dale getting it's Dale, right? The goofy one with the with the Magnum PI outfit. He gets the CGI operation and make him CGI versus 2D was hilarious. That's a great call out. Plus, you got Lonely Island and all those voice actors and Seth Rogen being a goofy looking CGI Viking dwarf thing. Fantastic. Yep. I can't wait to see where this goes. I love the show as a kid. I can't wait to see how they try to expand on that, right?
Yeah,
Comic Cons and all that stuff.
I love John Mulaney so much.
I'm glad he made it through his recovery. Holds strong.
And then knocked up Olivia Munn and then left her.
David Tennant's in this. Keegan-Michael Key's in it. Tim Robinson.
Andy Samberg's in it, dude.
J.K. Simmons. This Flula Borg, by the way, is secretly becoming one of my most hilarious.
Ever since the live Prude Girl video I saw of him, where he was getting interviewed by Milana Weintraub and Stevie Nelson, and he was just awkward and hilarious. Incredible. I love Flula Borg.
I love him personally. I really didn't know about him until Pitch Perfect. And then, of course, him playing Javelin in the second Suicide Squad. Yeah. Like, every time I see him in interviews, he's very much like, the stand-up comedian to kind of point out the obvious for American culture. But, he clearly lives here. And he's enjoying it enough. But he's always like, you guys do things weird here. Like, I'm like, yeah, but that's why you like it, I think. Like, it's just a little bit more, it's upside down for you.